How we all doing? Well, I gotta check if the stream is because I changed the stream key, so it should not be on Twitch like last night. Yeah, it's fine. Not be the same errors as last week. Yeah. My voice is working. That's good. My top's not too bad. Like, usually my green screen reacts weirdly to yellow. It's actually not too bad here. Excuse me. Well, North Flashback Crows. No comment. No comment. No comment at all. Don't worry, Gold Coast will get me my tip. Get me my gauntlet. Nice North tip. No comment. No comment, mate. No comment. No comment at all. I heard nothing. I abstain from speaking any further. The less said, the better. The less said, the better. All right. Go Frio. Local Fremantle when you thought they would still win. Look, sometimes awful teams win. You know, we've had West Coast and North winning some random games last year. You know, it's just no comment. No comment. It's just I got it wrong. We shall move on. We're not going to move on, are we? Apparently because North lost by a goal less than 3 against Adelaide was why. Look, listen. Adelaide had one win before that game. And yeah, it was against Carlton. But Carlton are the type of team that would lose that game. I just, I just, thought maybe North could do something. Just calm down, okay? We have seen teams go 18 losses in a row and then beat a big team out of nowhere. It's happened. Sometimes it happens. I just picked it on the wrong week. That's all it was. There's no excuse for tipping a team 5% click to them. So if I tipped West Coast to beat Collingwood 2 years ago, that would have been there would have been no excuse, even though I would have got it right. Is that what he's saying here? Or if I tipped Hawthorn against Western Bulldogs last year, or North against who did North beat a good team last year? I can't remember who they were. Or West Coast beating the Bulldogs last year. If I had tipped the West Coast Eagles in that game, it's like these things happen sometimes. Just picked in the wrong week. You've got to calm down, mates. Hello, you don't have money, you don't have membership. You don't have to, you don't need to say sorry for that, Ethan. Membership is just it's a choice. You don't have to do it, and you don't need to say sorry if you don't do it. It's okay. There is no pressure behind that. It's just it's just a thing that's there, just that additional support, just in case anyone wants to. But yeah, nothing changes in terms of content. If my content changes, it'll be because I got a new job or whatever. The memberships won't actually affect how content is made on this channel, unless of course I get suggestions. But yeah, it's a complete choice. You don't have to say sorry for not doing it. But there are reasons for those. What did North do? Yeah, what did West Coast do to give a reason to win those games last year? The games that they won out of nowhere. These results happen sometimes. I just got it on the wrong week. Just calm down. Like the Crows might not be higher than 13th this year. I don't know. Just based on the form they've had this season. I just thought maybe North could pull something off. They did not. What I will not accept is telling me that Brisbane Lions is the one I should have tipped instead. I will accept they were more likely than North Melbourne now, but I will not accept that they were a good tip this week. How could you tip a team which is so bad its odds being offered for going winless this season more likely done? Yeah, but they won't go. They won't go winless, will they? They'll win some game out of nowhere, and it will just happen, and everyone will be like, "Ah, how did they do that?" Adelaide were first last year for most points. Yeah, this is not last year. If we're going off last year, we should tip Brisbane every game and Collingwood every game, but that's not how it works. Adelaide, I predicted them to do really well this season because I thought, hey, they had a good season last year. They can build off that, but they've not turned up in most of their games. And when they have, they just made too many errors. Like the Essendon game, Essendon scored 18 behinds. You got to punish them for that. You got to punish them for that. But what did Adelaide do? They dropped marks. They decided, you know what, we don't want to win either. You can have all your misses, mate. We can drop our marks. You said you know it's going to win, but Brisbane had a better chance than North Melbourne. Yeah, but what I'm saying was, okay, my North tip was wrong. That's fine. I accept that. But if you're going to suggest me Brisbane to win that game as a tip, as an alternative, I'm not taking that. Because both of them are unlikely anyway. The way the Lions were playing, anyone tipping them away at the Giants would be a madman. A bit like how tipping North would be a madman. But I was a madman that day. But I would have still been a madman if I tipped Brisbane. If I'm so certain, tip North next week against the Saints. Why would I do that? I looked at Adelaide's one win and thought, oh, they can do it. The Saints are a bit different, mate. At least Brisbane beat Melbourne this year, made a grand final last year. Yeah, that's their one good game this entire season, bruv. You'd obviously know Toby Green. I didn't realise he's the only good player on the team, mate. I'm aware they were missing players, not just him. But they are strong. Even with injuries, they are strong. And Brisbane have shown, injuries or not, this season, for some reason, they can't manage a whole game. Why? I don't know. For the Lions to win a game, they got to smash a team for 3 quarters. They've got to be 50 points ahead. You told me to tip Adelaide in the gauntlet because you're smart. To be fair, that would have been a good gauntlet tip. Toby Green was in play, so he thought Brisbane had a sneaky chance. Brisbane had a good record against the Giants. Yes, but Brisbane this year are not the same as the last 4 years. Last 4 or 5 years, whatever. When they finished second twice in a row, and since then when they dropped to 4th and 5th or whatever, like their finals form wasn't great, but regular season they were great, like every season. And then last 2 years they fixed their finals form, and they were great. And they made the grand final, only just missed out. This season, they're not playing like that anymore. I don't know what it is. You guys know better than me. Maybe there's a player missing. Maybe there's something different with their tactics. Maybe they're just getting older. I don't know what the issue is. But something is wrong with that team, and I don't know what it is. Because they've got the list to win a flag, but they're not playing like they can. They're playing like they'll finish to 7th at best, and then go out in week 2. Toby Green wasn't okay, so I read that. St Kilda only won twice. They're still better than Adelaide, and they've only just lost games a few times as well. I'll tip North against Brisbane. No, I won't. I was going by the teams they're playing against. Look, listen, I was wrong to tip North. Okay? But I would have been just as wrong to tip Brisbane. I'm just saying. But if Brisbane played North, I'd tip Brisbane, which I did in the gather round. North even lost to Hawthorn, and that says enough. I mean, you lost to Hawthorn last year, and you were nearly in the finals, mate. So you know. Also, it's been quite unpredictable this year, you know. So you never know what could happen. You never know. Brisbane would have been justified. No, they wouldn't have been. Not away at the Giants. Not this year. Last year, maybe. Last year, yes. And the year before. So Adelaide beat Carlton by 6 and you still thought they'd lose. Bro, Hawthorn beat Collingwood last year. So what? Individual results sometimes mean nothing. Last year, Hawthorn beat both grand finalists at the MCG. It doesn't suddenly mean Hawthorn are a good team. It just happens. These results happen sometimes. It's just, you know, we nearly beat Collingwood this year. Only a few points off. Sometimes a team that's not very good can beat a team that's very good. It happens. I just predicted it on the wrong round and the wrong team. Quite clearly. I love it. There's a whole game going on right now. We're focusing on North, which is fair, because it was a bad tip. I do accept that. It was a bad tip. But yeah, you can see the score on the screen anyway, so you know what's up. And I assume quite a few of you... People wouldn't criticise me for Brisbane. Yeah, but the thing is, Brisbane were going to lose that game. That was one of the most predictable games of the round, aside from Adelaide beating North. It would have been a wasted tip, just like my North tip is a wasted tip. Brisbane are shocking at the MCG and Nick Dacos got injured for Collingwood. Yeah, still happened though, didn't it? We beat both grand finalists. I'm saying these results happen. It just happens sometimes. It's one of the slowest games for the Dogs you've ever seen. It's possible it's because of Freo. The way Freo play maybe might be a reason. It wasn't just a bad tip. I was jumping up and down about how certain North were to win 45 minutes. So, you know, that was a good debate. There was like 20 people telling me I'm wrong. And just me being very stubborn. You know, at least it would look funny. Was that a failed tackle? Nick Dacos counter calling his entire talent. Okay, buddy. So the team that was clearly the best team in the comp the entire season and won the flag, and also was 1 point off a grand final the season before. This was all down to Nick Dacos and only his talent. Right. There's a goal for Freo. They've had a good start here. Hey, wake up, Dogs. I tipped you. I watched this Freo team get absolutely demolished last week against West Coast. Collingwood weren't the best. They won 15 games by less than a goal. No, they were clearly the best. When you do it constantly, it doesn't. There's a point where you start to realize it's not luck. They did it constantly for 2 seasons. You can't get lucky that often, in my opinion. There's something there. There's like a, I don't know how you explain it, but there's some, like it takes a lot to be able to win that many close games in succession, 2 years in a row. Like how you manage a game is like a pretty big factor, and Collingwood were very good at managing games. I just wish the Brisbane Lions beat them though. That would have been, because I already wanted them to do it. But I was gonna say like maybe they could channel their Gabba form outside of the Gabba, but they were fine outside the Gabba, just not as good as the Gabba. Obviously, they just couldn't. They almost did it at the MCG in the grand final. They just couldn't quite get there. Giants were close to, but again, 2 close games that the Magpies managed. But I'm glad they're not as good this year. Unfortunately, Geelong are good again, so that's an issue. I didn't wear this on purpose today. I wore it yesterday. I thought I'd put it back on. Brisbane's premiership windows is shut. Well, based off the start of this season, if they keep going like this, yeah, 100%. And I would say it's a failed era for sure, because they were in the finals for a lot of years. I don't know how many. Was it 5? I can't remember. They did what? Second, fourth, fifth, or was it second, fifth? I can't remember. And they weren't good in the finals until 2022, when they won those 2 games against Tigers and D's. And then last year. But before that, their finals form was awful, but the regular season form was great. They finally got everything right, just missed out, and then this season, they're not even getting regular season right. But there's still a long way to go. We'll see what they can do. Maybe their window was over when they lost the grand final. What did I say for the grand final? I said Giants against who? I need to check that. Giants against someone. Ha! Got an alarm. What was that? They ran out of gas. Maybe. Seems like they ran out of gas within games now. You think I said Giants v Tigers? So I predicted Tigers 9th, and I predicted the Tigers grand final. Yeah. Who do you think? What? Are you good? I love the commentary there. The son of the West, as the Dogs get their first goal. I love how we're in Perth and you see the camera pans to a section where you got your Dogs cheer squad and one Freo fan just in the middle of it, just sat there. Obviously he's in the Dogs cheer squad, but it's still funny considering they're in Perth. And you're just like, why is he sitting there? Why is he there? There must be a seat somewhere else. There's no way Freo games sell out. Maybe 2 years ago they did. When they were doing well for a season. I predicted Tigers 9th. I don't know what you mean. Hello Yellow and Black, how you doing? Everyone said GWS Carlton. Yeah, but I need to remember what I said. I don't know what I said. I said GWS in the grand final. I don't remember who I had in the grand final. against GWS. I put Carlton prelim. I'm fairly certain I put Carlton prelim. Maybe I didn't. But who did I put there? There's no way I put Collingwood again. Or maybe I did. I got to go through the whole video because, like, it's not like. When did I predict the grand final? At the start of the video? You think Dockers win by 7? Could happen. Could happen. Good kick. Goal Frio. They respond straight away. I've decided to remove the number perk on my on my membership. I'm just like, I just realized there are implications of that. Like, I feel like someone would pay £9 for my number, so I ain't doing it. I already get so many calls from like random people that I don't even know, and they're like spam checking, like, oh, have you had an accident recently, or what was it? It's normally an Indian call center as well. There's something wrong with your bank account, mate. Your internet's slow. We need your money to test it. Some stuff like that. That's not being me racist, by the way, but it's normally someone Asian, and it's normally from India. Just check my prediction video. What's my grand final prediction? What is it? Okay, but that doesn't answer my question. Who did I put as the other? I'm trying to figure out who I put as their opponent, as a Giants opponent. Oh, I put Brisbane, did I? I put Brisbane. Wait, I put Brisbane in the grand final, did I? Oh, for flip's sake. Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. Anyone got a suggestion for Don't know who I've picked, haven't found me saying. But I sure talk about Brisbane like they'll lose in the Davidoff Grand Final. Okay, well thanks for checking. I don't expect you to watch the whole video. 4 minutes to go, and the Dogs have an opportunity here to get their third goal. So I'm just looking at why does that always mute itself unless I mute it? David in a hot tub, take my money. I don't know about that one, Jordan. So I've taken off, like on this I put you can get my number. I've taken it off now because I realised how silly that is. And now it's just like, so I gotta put something. I can't just say video ideas and that's it. That's like I gotta add something there. Anyone got any ideas for what I should put as a perk on here? Aside from Discord, because like I'll just forget about Discord eventually, and it would just be a wasted perk. Mark 4 and Nat 5. I tip Adelaide to finish 6th, but North to beat them. North 15th. I mean West Coast got some dodgy wins last year, and they were last, so. Yeah, but I tipped North last week because I had a lack of faith in Hawthorn. That wasn't me trusting North. Of all the people to miss a shot, it's Nat 5. How old is Nat 5 now? Could Google it, but I can't be asked. Add someone's one account to WhatsApp. They can call you through that one account or Discord call. Add me on Facebook. Here is a Sharon. That's cool, right? You just made the list. Thumbs up. What are these YouTube ones? Game over. Deal with it. These are custom ones. I mean, those are YouTube ones. Those last two. Like just the ones that anyone can use. You know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna name it the same thing. Excuse me. This is what I've gone for. So it's gone, call me maybe, it's the same name. So you can call me on an app. 5-minute conversation, talk about anything, subject to me being free. I think that's, I was going to say subject to availability, but that just sounds like a company. I think that works. I think that works better than just giving me a number out. So it's the same thing, just, you know, yeah, with with an app that doesn't require me giving a number. I've got to get it approved though, but my yesterday's ones, even though I named this stupid idiot, they're just like, you got to submit for review. Will not promote hate or violence. It is not dangerous or illegal, but you can call someone a stupid idiot apparently, and it can get approved within seconds. Mine got approved within seconds, even though they say 24 hours. That should be alright then. Meanwhile, Freo have an opportunity for a 4th goal. Bang. And the dirt is gone. The dirt off the ball. So yesterday I submitted it 2:58 PM and they got approved at 3:01. They approved it in 3 minutes. I've now sent it at 11:13. We'll see if they approve it and when. Maybe it'll take longer this time. Really, I should be paying you to watch my streams. How does that work? Can I have free membership for 7 years for suggesting it? 7 years is how long you've been subscribed. You're trying to bargain for something, mate. I mean, YouTube has a free trial, but like, it's weird. You get one free membership, and then you can't use that free one again. You can't use like free per person. It's just one free membership for the whole of YouTube, unless they don't have it anymore. But they had that. They had that option. I wish they had like, cause on Twitch it's £5 a month, and a couple of my friends have it on my channel, Twitch channel. I get half of it, but like they have Amazon Prime on Twitch. They have an Amazon Prime agreement because I'm pretty sure they're owned by Amazon. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can sub for free, but I still get the 250 revenue. I still get the revenue from it, and no one has to pay as long as you have Amazon Prime. YouTube doesn't have that. They haven't got like some sort of like partnership with someone where you can like, if you're a customer of them, you can have it free. David has lost viewers. He used to get 100 people on his tipping comp. Now he has like 50. Yeah, there's not many. We had like almost 200, I think, a couple years ago. It seems like the streams are still doing well. But yeah, a large part of this channel was reactions. And evidently they're not here anymore. That's because of copyright. It is what it is. I uploaded them without the video on the screen and it got like a third of the views. I'm just like, I've barely got enough time as it is. Is it worth spending all that time just for that? And so then I thought to myself, yeah, let's stop doing it unless it's like, if it's a finals game that I happen to miss, then I'll do that. Same with like AFL, like I'll do the finals, but not regular season. What do I think of Geelong being 7-0? What I think is, somebody needs to stop them! Somebody stop Geelong! I cannot take 2 Geelong flags before a Hawthorn one. Somebody stop them. They're too good. What's my daily upload schedule happening anymore? Yeah, my second channel is more active than this one. But that's because like my second channel, I'm reacting to a TV show, so like that requires me uploading something every week. And I also have a Think of Movie Monday, so like that's 2 videos guaranteed a week on that channel. So like that's growing more than this one. The vlog channel grows more than this just because like obviously I put holiday stuff on there and recently went to Australia. So like yeah, my targets in terms of growth right now are growing the third channel to 1,000, which is on 700 and something now. It was 750, but I went down actually. It got unsubbed by 3 people. Hello, Dockers Lover. You at the game? That's cool. If Geelong go 16-0 and their streak ended by Hawthorn, will I be okay with their 16-game winning streak? I'd be very happy to beat them. I'd be very happy to know that they won 16 in a row and we were the only team to beat them. That would be a good feeling. But obviously, if they won the flag after that, then that would be very depressing. But yeah, obviously, I'd love to beat Geelong. Melbourne, Port, Gold Coast, and Darwin. Geelong and Sydney next few months will be tougher for the Cats. They'll lose eventually. I hope you're right. Hawthorn are going to beat Geelong round 17. That's very optimistic, Mr. Cat. Very optimistic. Hello, Bertman, how you doing? Which is your mum from Perth? You're an Eagles fan and Arsenal fan, following channel. Yeah, I remember your name from a few comments in the past. Welcome to the stream, mate. Perks have been approved. That took 3 minutes as well. Both times. Oh yeah, by the way, I went to a job interview this morning. The same job as last week. They got a big process, so you got to do a... I technically had 2 today. I've had 3 interviews then for the same job. They're very strict about their process, it seems. But we've gotten quite far. Now I'm just waiting to see if I get a job offer. I mentioned about my holidays in June, and they said like there's a chance I might be able to start in July. So there's actually like... And that's when my current workplace closes. That's when it's due to close. So it's a possibility I could start working at my new job when my old job ends. I don't know about the other job though that I applied for, that I interviewed on Wednesday for. I got interviewed by 2 different people, and one was like a manager of like, a big manager, like doesn't work on the shop floor. It's like executive in a suit. She was proper like high class. I'm just like, okay. She is levels above my intelligence. My word. I'm being interviewed by someone real serious. business type. Wait for round 11, they play GWS in Geelong and they can't beat them there. Apart from that, Geelong are too good. They'll go 22-1, win flip 100 points v Carlton. Oh boy. So you're trying to say Carlton made the grand final, yeah? Is that what you're saying? Even I haven't put them that high. Dockers love me. Loving Dockers kicking 4 goals in a quarter. I mean, it's better than 3 goals in a quarter. Not sure what's been discussed there, but this is basically must-win game. Yeah, it is a must-win game for Freo, for sure. The Dogs win first quarters 9% of the time. Not today, though. Not today. This is the other 10%. Whoever loses this game, the coach is getting sacked. How sure are you of this? Of course I hate... Oh, so now I hate Carlton. Whether you like it or not, Mask and Mr. Cat, okay, this is my true ranking. My true ranking of AFL clubs, okay? Carlton are here, just above Richmond and behind the Saints, okay? I like this many teams more than Carlton. So you can stop talking about, oh, Davidoff secretly supports Carlton. He does not. He likes them sometimes. And he was very happy for them last year because they're normally very bad and they finally had a good season. But, you know, they are still there. They are still there. Alright? And they'll probably stay there because they're not moving. And I don't know if I ever liked the Suns, to be honest with you. So, yeah. They'll probably stay in this section. Okay? So you can stop with your accusations. I am no Carlton fan. Never have been, never will be. The only Blues I would consider supporting are the Sturt Double Blues from the Sandful. But I don't. I'm a North Adelaide fan though, so that's, you know, wrong team. Why am I too scared to go to the Death Star? What is the Death Star? I'm thinking of Star Wars, mate. Still has Melbourne high up, Essendon North down low even. Not even a score. No mark for Norton. Still has Melbourne high up and Essendon and North low down. Even though I said teams haven't won a flag in a long time, I want to win. What? Essendon and Hawthorn are rivals for a start. And I find Essendon annoying sometimes. And then, what do you mean Melbourne high up? Like, when I said I like teams that are bad and start suddenly doing well, it doesn't mean I suddenly dislike teams that are successful. Death Star. I've not heard of this thing until like you mentioned it 2 streams ago. Straight kick, go. What is it? Is this a bunker? Is this a nuclear bunker or something? What is that? What is this tube? I'm so confused. What is that? What is this cylinder thing? Is that what the Death Star is? Bro, what am I looking at? Is this thing underneath Melbourne? What's going on? It's a 40-meter circle, 10-meter deep storm drain. There goes Freo's lead in smoke. Yep, they're ahead by 4 now. Western Bulldogs. Very illegal to access and sealed in by 1,000 kilogram steel plates. Very high value placed on people who enter it. You know where the entrance is. And you're admitting this in a live stream? You never know who could be watching the stream. Hello T Cullen, how are you doing? Welcome. You come at a good time. Your team are ahead for the first time, I think. I got a question for you guys. You're at a job interview and someone asks you, what are your opportunities? What'd you answer to that? I'm trying to improve my interview skills. I got asked today, what are your opportunities? I'm just like, what? What do you mean? Like, what opportunities am I looking for? Or like, what opportunity? What do you mean, what are my opportunities? I've never heard that question before, and I've done plenty of interviews. I was so baffled there. I was just like, wait, what do I say? They used to hold underground rock concerts in it. Interesting. I heard there was a place underground where they used to hold concerts, and then they had to cancel it. It wasn't. It was a different place to Australia or somewhere else. Let's hope you don't jinx it. Yeah, let's hope so. Optus looks nice. Sorry. Been to Optus a couple times now. Been outside it, seen it day and night. Done a tour. Haven't seen a game there yet. I also want to see a game at the SCG. I actually don't mind who wins this game, because I tipped the Bulldogs, but I prefer Freo. So it's just a question of, whichever team wins, I'm happy. Pretty much. Doesn't affect Hawthorn either, this game, anyway. So it's just like, yeah, may the best team win. Opportunity is still this interviewer's job. Yeah, but I was so confused. I was just like, what do you mean, what are your opportunities? I genuinely want to know what a good answer to that is, because I don't understand like the concept of that question. Like, what exactly do you mean, what are your opportunities? I was interviewed by two people. I was interviewed by someone who works in the shop and an executive. And the executive asked me, like, what's your opportunity? So I was just like, is this like an executive question or? Why would I want to see a game at the SCG? Swans fans just bandwagoners. They just show up to be there. I mean, first of all, it's a good ground. I think it'll be good atmosphere there, especially for a big game. I know a Sydney fan, so I could possibly sit with him and his mates. Because based on his Instagram, they're very loud. No passion, just bored rich people. Well, I say underestimating them. If an interview asks me about my opportunity job interview, they ask you to understand your career aspirations, goals, how this position aligns with future plans. Yeah, they did ask me that later on. She did ask me that later on, so maybe she was breaking it down, or maybe she was just meant to ask me that anyway. But I was still confused. But yeah, the rest of the interview went fine. It was just that first question just caught me off guard. I'm just like, I don't know how to answer this question. I basically said I can work any time except mornings. And when I say mornings, I mean like I don't want to start 6 in the morning. And they were like, "What's your reason? Why can't you do that?" But I said, like, look, I can work from I can work in the morning, just not like early morning. And I can work a night shift if you want. So I gave them like a time frame. I can work from this time to this time, which is most of the day anyway. I just can't start at 5 a.m. But it seemed like they were good with it because I gave a long time frame and I said I can work any day of the week. That doesn't mean they'll give me a job every single day. It means like you get like 5 shifts, but it'll be like on any day. And I said I want 40 hours, so like that's got to go somewhere as well. Because they're kind of looking for people that want to do a lot of hours anyway. I'm not saying what company it is, but it is an interesting one. A bit different to the one I work for. Oh, good goal, good goal. Dogs ahead again. The lead changes again and again and again. To be fair, I gave a reason. It was a good reason as well. It wasn't that. I said something that was actually true, and it was actually a good reason. So I don't think it would jeopardize me. And they also said I can start. Potentially, I can start in July. I think I mentioned that already. Anyway, but I talked about like I got these holidays booked in June, and the manager was like, "Okay, well, what date specifically?" And I told her like these dates and also these dates because I'm going outside of England 3 times in June, so like, so I told her like yeah this week here and a few days here and here yeah. And she was like, okay, there's a possibility. Like, she said there should be no issue with approving those holidays as long as, you know, because I told her the other place is shutting down, so she was understanding of that. But she also said there is a chance maybe they'll just start you in July instead just to avoid that trouble. So, yeah, opportunity there. You got a job as a data collector for soccer leagues here in US? Sorry, I read US. Here in Australia. Paid to watch live sport. Seems like it could be alright. Interesting. Go for Freo. How many lead changes do you want? Yes. Did I watch this fixture live last year? Because if I didn't, the last time I watched this fixture was a great finals game 2 years ago. Alright, don't diss tennis. Tennis is a great sport. How dare you? Where's Sword Guy? I need his backup. Why don't I become a tennis coach? Because I wouldn't be a good coach, probably. Because I love tennis, I should become a coach. What's this? What's going on here? That's like me saying to you, become an AFL coach. Why don't you just do that? You love AFL, right? Get lessons with different tennis clubs. Stay one lesson ahead of the class. Oh my days. There's a mark. Rio could go further ahead here. Excuse me. He's got 11-2 from set shots, this guy. And now it's 12-2. This game has picked up. First quarter was pretty slow. That's easy. You'll draft 27 black belts, and each game, someone out to break the arms of these players, leaving them severely outnumbered. So we got undefeated, win the flag. Wouldn't you all get fined and banned for that? So wouldn't you have to draft like a lot of players? And then is there like a limit on how many players you can have in your squad? Because you'd have a lot of suspensions. If we can suspend one each game and you have enough to get a grand final, I think by the time you get there, people will realize what your plan is. Then they'll suspend you. I swear there's a movie like that. What's the movie name? It's not AFL, obviously. It's an American sport where there's a coach that tells his players to injure people. It's an American movie, 100%. It's American sport. I can't remember. It might just be American football. It could have been a TV show. That's definitely a movie concept from somewhere. But they'll all be Asian. Anyone who criticizes them will both claim I didn't order the black belts to do anything, and also anyone who attacks them is racist. So you're going to make a team full of Asians to break the other players' arms, and when anyone who tries to suspend them, you'll say they're racist. This is 4D chess. That's a good shot. That's a good goal. 3 points. Dogs claw it back. Dogs' kicking has been fairly good. Just 2 behinds. Could be a very good second half. But judging by the amount of goals going in, there might be quite a bit to happen in the last 5 minutes 11 seconds. I'm just talking to my supervisor because he's applying for new jobs as well, for obvious reasons. I told him about my interview, just like, yeah, I'm exactly the same, mate. I told my interviews the same thing. I ain't starting earlier than 9. I'm just like, we are one and the same, mate. Excuse me. He said it was foolish to tip the Dockers. When did I say it was foolish to tip the Dockers? What are you talking about? I said it was foolish to tip the Lions. No score, that is a mark. Dogs survived that. Why don't me and some of workers start our own company? Interesting question. I'm not sure if that could work, but maybe it can. Behind for the Dogs. That the first behind of the quarter, I think. Be a good principal. Being a principal requires having a lot of knowledge on education and subjects. I was only good at maths. I don't think one subject is enough to become a principal. Tell the supervisor to get the other manager on board. You can do the same thing in the same location. Bro, the rent is in the millions, mate. I can't remember. The rent is like was it $1 million a year or something? The lease, the lease for the land, for the building. And that doesn't include like electricity, stuff like that. Is that a bucket in the background? No, I think it's a drink. I thought it was a bucket of chicken. I'm way too hungry. I'm just like, who's got KFC in Optus Stadium? Oh my days. Bro, that was a fair attempt. I thought they just scored this incredible goal. The ball's loose and he volleys it up into the air. It doesn't go in though. That would have been a crazy goal. Bit of a volley. What if the guy who comments hi to everything gets a membership? The guy just says okay on every community post, and I just delete the comment because he doesn't contribute anything. Don't know, Jeff. What if he buys the £40 one? Then what happens? I can't believe there's one that's £439. I'm just like, who has that turned on? And who at YouTube decided that was a good idea? Who's that catered towards? Richard Branson? £400 a month. Some people would pay less than that for car finance. I'm pretty sure you can lease a Range Rover for less than that. Principals are administrators, not teachers. Well, it does work differently in Australia because, yes, they are administrators in England as well, but they're also teachers. Like they'll be a specialist in at least one subject, and they'd also cover for teachers sometimes during absences if there wasn't a supply available. But yeah, they'd at least have knowledge on at least a couple subjects. You have to reply to everyone. You delete his comment, he'll sue you. Videos can make it. I mean, if someone subscribes to that, I would make a video about them because that whole thing is a test. I'm just like I'm not expecting anyone to pay that ever. So if someone actually does it, I'd be very confused. I'd get 70% of that, which is, I don't know, whatever that figure is. Why don't I use Zipcar? £6 an hour to rent a car in London, insurance included, then you can teach yourself to drive in someone else's car. I'm pretty sure you have to show a license to get that car in the first place. The guy donated $80 yesterday could have done it. Yeah, who knows, maybe. I'm usually watching some videos now until the second half starts, but I'm going to still be on stream just in case. And still be reading comments. Did my parents drive? Yeah. Mom drives a Toyota. Toyotas are very popular over here, especially the Yaris, which my mom drives as well. Cops have arrived to arrest David for scamming. Did I watch the highlights of Congo yesterday? I have not yet, actually. I actually haven't yet. If I hated the game since I refused to watch it. I haven't refused to watch it, I just haven't seen it yet. Relax, pal. Then dropping the game, not even a Collingwood player taking mark of the century, then dropping the game winning mark. Excuse me. I shall be back for the second half. Because it's a bit awkward. Alright. That's good timing. The game is just literally as the bounce happened for the second half. I just sat down, went to get ginger beer and free waters because more drink is good drink. So yeah, am I going live tomorrow? Oh, I missed a few comments here. Sunday night games? There's no Sunday night games tomorrow. Hawthorn Sydney's that's a 4 p.m. game. That's not night. 7 a.m. for UK. I'm not waking up at 7 a.m. for a game. Especially not after today. I've been up since 6 a.m. Might go cinema later today as well. There's a Sunday night game next week. The Gold Coast game is at like 10 a.m., which is pretty good. This one started at 10:40 a.m. UK time. So 10 a.m. would be like 7 p.m. Melbourne time, which is pretty good. But yeah, tomorrow's game is like 4 p.m. Sydney time. That's not a night game. And that's 7 a.m. for me, so it's not going to happen. Good start for the Dockers to the half. It's a 9-point lead. I said in my prediction, Brisbane. No comment. No comment. Five p.m. Sunday's night in Australia, but that's not what a night game is. A night game is the one. Night games are the ones that start at like 7 or around that time. 4 p.m. is that's a twilight game. In fact, his calls are so bad he probably put Carlton in the wrong end of his team tier maker. No, the team tier maker is about my opinion on who I like the most. That's completely different. Predictions and opinions about who I like are two different things. It's like this game. I like Fremantle, but my prediction is for the Bulldogs to win. See, there's a difference. So there's no correlation there between team tier maker and bloody predicting who's going to win a game. Good. I thought that was a goal. Behind for the Dogs. My opinion said that North are better than Adelaide. No, I didn't. I never said that. I said North can beat Adelaide. That's a prediction. That's not an opinion. I never said North were a better team than Adelaide. What you do, Mask, is you twist words into things that you think you mean. What's this? I'm gonna answer this one. Well, that's interesting. Interesting phone call I just got. Early it gets dark, but that's not the point. It gets dark at 3 o'clock in England in December. It doesn't mean that 3 o'clock is a night game. If a game happened at 3 o'clock, night games are games that start at 7 or like after 7. If it doesn't start by then, it's not a night game. It doesn't matter how dark it gets and what time. The whole point is night games. They start at like 10 a.m. UK time. Those are night games to me. A game that starts at 7 a.m. UK time is not a night game. That's literally like, that's 1 hour after the Anzac Day game, Essendon Collingwood, which is at the middle of the day. That's not a night game. It doesn't count as a night game. It's a twilight game, which involves nighttime. So my opinion was wrong, like my tier maker. My tier maker is who I like the most. That's completely different. Geelong will be flag favourites after today's game. I think they are, yes. I think they are definitely flag favourites. They were already flag favourites even before that game. But after today, they're the team to beat, yeah. I think them and the Giants are the most likely teams to do it. I'm not saying no one else can, but they're just two teams where I think, oh, they can go all the way. I mean, I called the Giants before the season even started, but like I think the way they've played the season has confirmed my thoughts. Who am I call AFL? No, it was about a job, which is very important because I need money to live, to pay bills, and buy food, and basically everything, apart from most of the rent, which is not covered by me. I cover a percentage of the rent, but I need a wage, and £20 a month off YouTube does not cut that. So you need a proper full-time job. So because the place I'm working at is shutting down, I got to apply for new jobs, and I got a phone call from about a job. So Let me save this number because I got to call that number back. What was her name? She literally just said her name. For flip's sake. Yeah, just wrote down interviewer. For flip's sake, what was her name? You think if Geelong at the grand final against GWS should give them their home final in Geelong? It is now a draw, 55-55. As they can't beat GWS there. You finally give Geelong a GMHBA grand final when it's against a team they can't beat. Well, consolidated their place as flag favourites then. England is so dumb. Why don't the king abandon the tiny island when they discovered America? The whole country should have jumped on ships headed to the New World. The tiny island was pretty good strategically, right? Because it was extremely hard to invade because you needed boats to get there. Why would they abandon that for a country that had borders with other countries as well? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the British were about controlling the world rather than moving out from their own home and making money off workers. This is how you make easy money. Bet on Geelong to win. If they lose, you're happy. If they win, you're rich. Yeah, but I lose money though. I mean, I don't lose money at the moment, but weather earlier, cold. You're talking about a different thing, Ethan. You're talking about night time. I'm talking about night games. Those are two different things. Night games, they don't change their time. Night games are at the same time every single week. Hawthorn Sydney's a twilight game, and that happens also partly at night. It doesn't make it a night game. Morning, love. Tomorrow's games are at 1 and 4. Definitely not night games. Exactly. 4 p.m. is not a night game. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say, oh, just because it gets dark at 5, it doesn't make it a night game. That's not what a night game is. It doesn't refer to what the color of the sky is. There's places in Europe where it gets no sunlight in 4 months. Does that mean a game at 9 a.m. is suddenly, oh, this is a night game? Technically, it's nighttime outside, but it still counts as the morning, mate. Making up excuses to avoid. I didn't wake up at 6 a.m. to watch Hawthorn Essendon. You're expecting me to wake up at 7 a.m. I've been up since 6 this morning for a job interview. Are you good? Switzerland gets dark. We're talking about getting dark though. A night game means is at a specific time. It's not referring to whether it's dark or not. It's referring to what time it is. 4 p.m. is never a night game. It doesn't matter if the sky is black. It's still not a night game. Wear that shirt to interviews. Look classy and since it's not soccer colours, anyone recognise it as an AFL fan. But I wore a shirt. I wore like a smart shirt that I normally wear to weddings. So it's like I think my regular shirt was fine, mate. You might subscribe, but you can't see. How many members do I have right now? Good question. Let me check. No members. Yeah. So basically, because Mars, you can't see Ethan's comments. So basically, Ethan's saying, "Am I going to watch Sydney Hawthorn?" Because I said I was doing Sunday night games. But I mentioned that tomorrow's not a night game. It's literally 4 p.m. in Australia, in Sydney and Melbourne, which is not a night game. It doesn't matter how dark it gets. It's not a night game. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just like, the reason I do night games is because they're at 10 a.m. They're at a good time. I can actually watch them. 7 a.m. is too early for me. Like, that's not a night game. So I'm trying to explain it to him, and he's talking about getting dark and stuff. And I'm just like, that's not what night game means. Night game has nothing to do with when it gets dark. It's all about what time it starts. That's what makes it a night game. It doesn't become a night. Twilight games don't become night games in the winter. That's not how it works. They're just always night games. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to explain. Basically, T. Cullen and anyone else in the chat, Mars McGee and Ethan can't see each other because one of them has blocked the other one. So because one of them has blocked the other one, they can't see each other's comments. So I'm talking to two people at the same time, and they can't see each other. So it's just like it's just this weird thing, and I'm just like, what am I doing here? Yeah, but I can't just ban people for that because I ban people either because said something really like extreme, or they've spammed, or they just post spam, whatever. Just post the same comment every video, or just post like 20 comments on one video. 5 go. Like I've banned people that have sent like 50 random comments on like one stream, and it's just like a random letter. Like I ban spam and I ban like extreme words. Apart from that, like how can I ban someone who because they're blocked by someone else? Sorry, because they blocked someone else. Like what do I do then? I'm not in a good position here. Just texting my supervisor about a phone call I just got. Here come the Dockers. Yeah, so yeah, you've blocked man masks. But why have you blocked him? What's happened? Did you two have an argument? Sorry. I was looking at my phone, looked at the game, and the score says 69. Then I turn over to my chat, and Bertman says Dickers. Oh my days. That was the funniest timing, bro. I was about to turn around and say, "Look, guys, look at the score," and then Bertman types Dockers wrong, and he types it wrong in the funniest way. I am too immature for a 28-year-old. My word. Yeah. So you blocked Mask your videos. Haha. He's not saying why he blocked you. He's just saying he's blocked you. I'm trying to mediate this. I'm trying to get him to unblock you, but I don't know why he's. I need to know why he's blocked you. Because otherwise, what's the point? Can't say you've noticed the commentators being pro dogs. You need Dockers to win for one main reason. These Channel 7 commentators are so pro dogs irritating. AF. So now it's getting serious. So Mask says, give Ethan 30 seconds to unblock Mask or I'll ban Ethan. Simple solution to this problem. 100% caused by Ethan. He is costing me £1. Actually costing me about 70 pence because I get 70%. YouTube gets 30%. You have a man love towards Mask. So Mask is trying to get me to block Ethan, and Ethan is saying, "I love Mask. I'm in love with Mask." What is going on? I'm just trying to mediate, bro. What was that miss? Big Bontempelli! Bro, that is the worst miss I've seen in my life. Maybe not in my life, but it's one of the worst misses ever. What was the review for that? Why is there a review for that? How'd you miss from there? Even the Freo fans were confused by that. That miss was so bad, Mr. Cat has gone into hiding. So Ethan thinks I'm in love with Mask, and Mask thinks Ethan is racist. Now we're behind for the Dogs. They hit the post. You could see Tom Lynch's misses in 2020. They were atrocious. Fair enough. I also remember Max Gorn a couple times in 2022 or 2018. 2018. Max Gorn 2018 in round 1 in the last minute of the game after the siren, I think, and one against. Can't remember. There was another one. He misses the exact same shots. Put the scoreboard back up. Reckon I'd kick the goal, but missed. I appreciate your faith in me, bro. I did kick a banana in Perth. So, maybe I can. If you're a Dog fan, you probably don't notice, but as a neutral, it's very obvious. You'd think the Dogs were in front of down by 2 goals. Yeah, I don't think the Dogs have been that bad. But yeah, the last couple behinds have definitely hurt quite a lot as well. But even before this, Freo have just been finding ways in this game. There's a big mark for the Dogs. That should be a goal, but... $5 points. So I'm trying to find Mr. Cat's comment when he asked me a question. I've forgotten now. Unless if someone else said it. Oh, sorry. That's why, because Mars said it. Which miss was worse, Bonds or Amos? Might be recency bias, but definitely Bonds based on what I just saw. If he misses, you're throwing a remote at your TV. Well, luckily your TV is safe. Cats like Mr. Cat and none will have none for hiding. You must get your cat an enclosed place to hide in, like a igloo. Yeah, I'm aware they like boxes quite a lot. basically, that phone call I just got, you know, that interview that asked me what are your opportunities. Yeah, she called me and said you can have the job. So I'm just like, oh, that was quick. uh, excuse me. But I said I'm gonna wait a little bit because I need to wait for a situation of my current job. I don't mean like wait till July, but I mean like yeah. Amos has to be worse. The only time I've ever thrown a hat into the ground. There's one time I broke a hat somehow. I don't know how I did it, but I wasn't on camera and I couldn't believe that I wasn't recording. But I was playing a Batman game. I think it was it Arkham? Which Arkham was it? It was one of the Arkhams. It was on this channel as well. I got really stressed out playing a DLC because I couldn't complete it. And I got so stressed that I stopped recording because it got that serious. And one time I failed so hard, I took my hat off and I smashed it on the floor, and bits of metal fell out. Never thought it was possible to break a hat until that point. You don't think cats are known for hiding? Well, I don't know about hiding, but I know they like going into boxes. They're very curious. You're probably biased. It's really only that Sheila commentator spoils a game for you. You don't think you know anything, Mr. Cat? Mr. Cat have a need to hide their DNA. Without hiding place, they'll grow to hate you. To be fair, my mate has a kitten, and it's like it's obviously it's a baby, and apparently it just goes in random corners, and it only comes out for food, and when you go near it, it scratches you. So yeah, I can believe cats hiding, but it depends on the cat, surely. Not every cat's the same. Schoenberg on his belly audible every time he talks, but you noticed he has almost entirely spoken about dogs, players, not Freo. You thought it was from South Australia, why so subjective? Freo the most boring no-name side in the comp. Are they? Are they really? Right, final quarter about to begin. Frio, what's this about? Cats have no reason to hide unless they climb a massive building. Coming from Mars, that's very unsurprising. We'll just pat it while feeding it a few times and it will love you. Guys, maybe you just know different cats. Like, there's no way every cat acts the same, first of all. Like, I have seen cats act like dogs. So, like, I'm sure there's a variation of how their personalities are as pets. I banned Osama bin Laden. There's a guy who named his account Osama bin Laden and came in the chat and started typing weird stuff. Why am I not getting rid of that? What's going on? What do you think this is? Good goal. Freo ahead by 11. Why am I allowing myself to be not banned? Double standard. You are putting words in my mouth. I never said Fijians were too dumb to operate an airline. I said I was surprised they got an airline because their country's so small. What's that got to do with anything? It doesn't mean they're too dumb. What sort of logic is that? It's just you wouldn't expect a small country to have an international airline, but it does. Okay. It's like it's just perspectives. Obviously, I haven't been to every country, so I can't always judge it properly and fairly. Like I was surprised when I saw Ethiopian Airlines. Not because I thought they were dumb, but because I thought they were a poor country. It's just like it's. I'm not calling anybody dumb because look, they have an airline. I'm surprised by this. I'm not calling them dumb. You gotta relax. You gotta relax. Reckon that's it. You can't see those coming back from here. I mean, it is only 11 points, but I kind of see what you mean in terms of Freo are finding a way to still stay ahead no matter what the Dogs do. Having said that, the Dogs have an opportunity here to get a goal straight back. What is that? What is that? Never mind, it's 10 points. Qatar smaller, I didn't say that for having an airline. Of course I didn't say about Fiji. Qatar is full of oil money, mates. They have billionaires, trillionaires in that country. What was my connection going down? They have Qatar is known to be a rich country. That has nothing to do with size. If Fiji was full of people that were as wealthy as Qatar, I would not question an airline. What are you talking about? You've chosen the worst example. They literally bribed FIFA into hosting World Cup. Speculation? Allegedly, just so I don't get sued. But we all know they got that World Cup because they paid a lot of money. No one's going to be surprised they got an airline. So Ethan says he is racist and I am allowed to have man love. I'm so confused. Mr. Cat, I think you've missed this stuff, right? So Ethan has blocked Mask so they can't see each other's comments. Mask has asked to be unblocked. I'm the mediator. Ethan thinks that I'm in love with Mask. That's why I'm asking. And then Mask is saying that Ethan's racist. And now Ethan's saying yes, he is racist, and he was laughing earlier. So I'm very confused. Mars says ban Ethan, and he'll pay for the membership. What? Am I the mediator, or am I the you know the guy who does the bidding? Going once, going twice. I mean, he talks a lot faster than that, but you know what I mean. I'm saying Fiji's too poor to bribe FIFA. Just can't. This guy, man. What is the flipping? What's the population of Fiji? Almost 1 million people. That's not bad. Is there a review? A review for that goal? Review for that goal? Checking the ball hit the post. So the Dogs think they got a goal. The umpire thinks behind. I'm confused. I honestly can't tell off the replay. It's too still an image. Hello, Kat. How you doing? Is it just you? Is that every time you come to your lives must look to have people banned? Yeah, he's a madman. This guy. So it's a goal. 4 points. 4 points. I've got an interesting. I don't know if you joined here early enough, Kat, but basically I got a situation, right? So Ethan EKV8, he has blocked Mars McGee, so they can't see each other. So I'm replying to both of them and their comments, but they don't know what. Like they're confused. Who am I talking to? So I'm trying to get Ethan to unblock Mask, but Ethan's accusing me of being in love with Mask. Apparently, I have man love for Mask. And then Mask is saying Ethan's racist, and Ethan's saying yes, I am racist. He literally said that here. There you go. And Mask is like, ban Ethan, and I'll pay you 99p for the membership. I don't know what to do. I genuinely don't know what to do here. Like, what sort of court case is this? Yeah, I'm good, Kat. How you doing? They have found a way to start an argument without knowing what the responses are. So Ethan has gone from saying I can be gay to I can be bisexual. First of all, guys, I'm straight. I've always been straight. And second, these comments are very strange to me now. I mean, what's going on? There was, and Mask is also having a war with Mr. Cat on what cats are like. The live chat is a civil war. Not Bast having the issues. Oh, okay. You seen the doctor about it? Mr. Cat has found a way to abuse his cats by refusing to give them a hiding place. David's live stream is just a game in the background and a battlefield in the chat when I was paying attention to the game. That's what it feels like sometimes. Oh, that was a great smother. If Freo get a goal from this, that's huge. Could be a game-winning play. Walters to 5, he doesn't get the mark. Johannesson just about. Oh, he's kicked it off. That's deliberate. Oh, for flip's sake. That was a good play, that. That was chaos. Dogs have the ball in possession. You have this great smother. And then Freo just counter with numbers. And they're going for it. They almost get it right. And then Johannesson decides, you know what? We've won the ball back. Let's kick it out of play. Give Freo a go anyway. Or a kick at least. What's Mars McGee smoking? He needs help. Mars saying that's so racist. I think everyone needs to chill out. Get a bottle of Fanta. Just relax by the pool. Maybe in hot weather. I know it's coming out of summer in Australia and England is still cold even though it's meant to get warmer now. So we'll meet somewhere in, I don't know, wherever's hot right now. Does Mask even know what race this is? I don't know. Mask, what does racism mean? Discrimination against another race. Wow! I'm smart, guys. I am Google. I don't need Google to tell me. Right now I'm Googling whether Fiji is a rich country or not. Okay, here's your proof. Ah, big mark. 11:25 on the clock. This game's really picked up. The first quarter was so slow. Since then, it's just been, a lot of lead change in the second quarter as well. Second half has been explosive. Chance for Freo's 12th goal. There's a miss for Freo. So many misses on both sides. So basically, Mars' argument with Mr. Cat is Mars says that cats like hiding places, they like to hide. Mr. Cat's saying he's a cat expert and no, they don't like to hide. So that's what this is. This whole argument is over that. Ethan says, I don't drink Google racist. How does that... what? I don't drink Google racist. You are not Google for. Agreed. Cats literally jump over there on his fences and raid houses. Okay, buddy, you've had too many... Have you been drinking as well? See, look, guys. Look, Mr. Cat. Cat just said that her cats hide. Now you have two people who say that cats hide. Anyone with the intellect of a brain-dead monkey in a coma would know that. I don't know how to respond to that, to be honest with you. What... Anyone can say their cat can hide. how do you know that cats don't hide? Maybe the only cats you've seen in your life are cats that don't hide. That doesn't mean every other cat doesn't hide. Hiding is a natural thing that cats do. It's part of the human hunting nature. They do it to feel secure when they sleep. The only cats you see are the ones that don't hide. Otherwise you'd never see cats. What, they gotta come out for food, mate? Can't hide all day. What do you call this? So, are we all just gonna ignore this? Ethan just said his cat is high, and his cat is on drugs. Ethan feeds drugs to his cat. This is animal abuse. Someone call PETA. Even though PETA also kill animals. Someone help. Free kick to Freo as a push. Dog's opportunity comes to nothing. Even Kelly's a former Collingwood fan. So of course it's familiar with drugs. What, is there like a stereotype about Collingwood fans taking drugs? Who's Ethan? Is that EK? Yeah, EKVA is Ethan, yeah. So what, Ethan was a Collingwood fan? I thought he was always a Port Adelaide fan. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Freo basically been ahead, almost the whole time, aside from the second quarter when there was a lot of lead changes. He was a Port fan last year and changed to Collingwood fan around the finals. Then I was back to Port. Maybe he just supported Collingwood in the finals and not in the regular season because Port were eliminated. Or I don't know. VFL Victoria League, you support attending Collingwood, Carlton, Bulldogs, Hawthorn, Giant. What? 5 teams? But like the Giants are not Victorian team. I'm confused. Go Freo. 4 minutes 20 on the clock. Judging by how the game's gone, this may just be enough. Anyone can get 2 goals in 4 minutes, but just with the way the way this game has gone, the Dogs can get 2 goals, but it probably won't be unanswered. Don't Port and Collingwood hate each other? Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought Port Adelaide hated Collingwood. Gold Coast, Western Bulldogs, Geelong. Wait, what? Why have you made... Ethan's named 10 teams now. So there's Port Adelaide, which I'm pretty sure is his actual team. And then he goes Collingwood, Carlton, Bulldogs, Hawthorn, Giant. So that's 6 teams with Port Adelaide. And then Gold Coast, Western Bulldogs, Geelong. And North Melbourne. That's 10 teams. That's more than half the league. Half these teams hate each other. Like Hawthorn and North Melbourne hate each other. Hawthorn and Geelong hate each other. But there is an element of respect there. I'm fairly sure Port Adelaide hate Collingwood, like Kat said. Carlton hate Collingwood. What's going on? You like 16 of the AFL teams. What on earth? So who don't you like? Adelaide Crows and who else? Who's the other team? Like, he doesn't like Adelaide, I know this for a fact, which is why I'm saying, like, he is surely a Port fan. He's from South Australia. He said he supports Port multiple times, and he hates Adelaide Crows. So, like, how does he also support 15 other teams? What's just 2 remaining teams make the grand final? What, Adelaide Crows in the grand final based on the form they've had so far? Who's the other team? I'm curious who he hates apart from Adelaide. You don't like Eagles. So he doesn't like West Coast and Adelaide. But he supports 16 teams. He must have had a bad year in 2018. And 1998 and 97. And 2006 and 1994 and 1992. Excuse me. Billy Banfield. What a set shot! What a set shot! That is the game, the sets, and the match. That is the icing on the cake and the cherry on top. Freo have managed to win this game after getting absolutely demolished last week by the West Coast Eagles. So this is why the majority of tippers went for the Fremantle Dockers, because that tip made no sense to me. But now it makes sense. Well, the Dockers scrapped to win against a team that lost to the Eagles last in 2023. Yeah, but still, I would have thought, they'd be clear favourites in this, Dogs. But that's not how it always works. And they just got another mark, Waters this time. Could be even better in a second. Many wanted to win this one mainly because of that Graz half-wit. Michael Waters. Here he goes. 24 points. This was like a close game a few minutes ago. 1 goal 7 and a third cost you the game. Well, a lot of games I won and lost in that quarter, so you might be onto something. Those two misses when Bontempelli kicked it wide from so close, and then you got another behind just after hitting the post. That was the moment. That was the period where you're just like, what's going on here then? Excuse me. There's the siren. Guess you have another shell-shocking round of every favourite. Those types of sounds are so boring. Draws are always hilarious unless they happen to you. Hawks and Eagles have no chance of winning. Just round just carried by the Anzac Day game. Just like the Eagles had Hawks and Eagles had no chance of winning against Bulldogs last year, right? So I just had to throw that in. You set me up for that one. You walked into that one, mate. Wait a second. Weren't you one of the people that was saying West Coast could beat Gold Coast last week? Now suddenly they have no chance, yeah? I see you flip-flopping. Flip-flop, flip-flop. I'm going to probably make Chippy do this videos tomorrow. I'm going to wait for the round ends. And that's what I will say. So yeah, that is it for reacting to games. Next week, you got a night game Thursday and Friday, 2 night games on Saturday, and a night game on Sunday, which is not usual. The last night game on Sunday was round 23 last year, I think, with Carlton GWS. But yeah, there's a night. The Q Clash next week is at 10:10 a.m. my time, which is 7:10 p.m. Melbourne time, which is a good time for me on a Sunday, so I can do a Sunday stream for once. So yeah, but yeah, I'm in the process of getting jobs, so I'll let you know if I do get a new job, because obviously schedules will change. At the moment I work 4 to midnight, and that enables me to watch AFL games in the morning. I've just been offered a job, but that would I'm considering taking it. It's just that there's a meeting on Wednesday. They're going to negotiate a few things with my place shutting down. I think it's still going to get shut down, but they're going to negotiate if we can get early redundancies. So I'm waiting for the result of that. Then I'll see if the job offer's still there. And if it is, there'll be less streams than there are now. But yeah, is what it is. There's another job I've applied for that I've not heard back from yet. They said it will take 2 weeks at least. That one is a night shift thing, so it was also Monday to Friday. So yeah, we shall see. That would not affect anything, because then I'd be able to actually watch more games. So you never know what could happen. Goodbye. You would like a job? What pathetic display that was. I know, right? I have a dilemma. I'm hoping that the board of the company I currently work for agrees to early redundancies, because I've been there 4 years. I'm looking at least $3,000 of money. It's like, but I either have to at the moment with current policies I have to wait till July 20th to get that. But then if I wait till then, I don't have a new job by then. Then it's just like I still need a steady income. So either I take a job now or lose out on that, and I might just do it. I'm gonna wait till Wednesday. I'm gonna find out whether they are doing early redundancies. If not, I have to get out of there. But yeah, got holidays in June as well. It's gonna be all complicated. Yeah, 4-4 next week. Yeah, 7 a.m. for me, that game. So I'll be live just after that, I guess. I should be live tomorrow for tipping. Probably a bit less time than last week, because last week I spent half the stream arguing my case for North Melbourne, and clearly I was wrong. Should have listened. Now I can tell the interviewer the pay you've been offered and tell them beat it. No, but the pay is really good. It's really good. Compared to where I work now, it's really good. If I work 40 hours and if I accept this job offer now 40 hours a week, I'm looking at a pay rise of significance. Good news is I have options, yeah. My punishment for that awful North tip is I have to wake up early for a Hawthorn game next week. Well, after working until midnight, you have to wake up at 7 a.m. It's not happening, bruv. I'm working next weekend. This weekend I'm off. But this weekend I'm off, I still didn't wake up at 7 a.m. What makes you think I'm waking up when I'm actually working? So, that is all for today. Next round will be very interesting. You got the Adelaide Showdown, you got Cards and Collingwood, you got the Sydney Showdown. I assume that's what they call it over there. The Q Clash, and you got the mighty Dogs Hawthorn game of the round, and you got Melbourne Geelong. They've had some, they have some big history, and then you have West Coast Essendon, Richmond Freo. Yeah, not sure about that one. I'm gonna tip Richmond, by the way. I know it's gonna piss people off. I just want to say that now before everyone shouts at me. This is your boy Davidoff. You're in your 5th year. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's the thing. I've been at my place 4 years. The redundancy payments are really good. So I'm just like, do I wait till July with no guarantee of a job, or do I take this job offer? I'm hoping there's an early redundancy possibility. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. You're 4 out of 7. I've only got one wrong. Guess which one? I got 2 wrong actually. I tipped the Dogs. I tipped the Dogs. I got 2 wrong then. Well, to answer that, the Dogs annihilated Hawthorn in the practice games. And when it mattered last year, when you're trying to make the 8, you lost to both Hawthorn and West Coast. Richmond had 15 players out injured. Well, still tipping them, mates. Hey, look, listen, my argument is they're more likely than North Melbourne. Ha! Beat that! It's not like they're below Hawthorn right now or anything. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. And goodbye. It's not like it mattered. The Dogs would have lost in the first week of the finals. Wow, so Mr. Cat, who is a Dogs fan, already confusing, has no faith in the Dogs doing well in the finals. I just putting it out there. Okay.